So today we are going to do our course book, Learning to Communicate. And Pushpanjali ma'am, which chapter?
The chapter name is Hot and Cold.
Okay, so we are going to do this very interesting chapter.
Wow!
So let's begin. Look, that is Mrs. Creamy. She is the milkman's cow. She is fat. Okay. And who is a milkman? A person who sells milk, right?
Okay, now this is Mr. Skinny. He is the washerman's donkey. He is thin. Now, who is a washerman? A washerman is a person who washes clothes and make them very clean and neat.
Yes. And see Pushpanjali ma'am, that is a glass of tomato juice, right? There is ice in it. It is cold. Okay? And
Here is a cup of tea. It is hot. And we should not touch the hot things.
let's have a quick recap of the chapter which we have just read. Okay? So you remember Pushpanjali ma'am, there was a milkman's cow and her name was Mrs. Creamy and she was fat.
Okay, now what was the name of the washerman's donkey? Do you remember? Mr. Skinny. And how was Mr. Skinny? He is thin, very thin. So Tanvi ma'am, fat
And thin.
are opposites.
Yes.
They are
Fat.
thin.
Yes, they are opposites.
Yes, Tanvi ma'am.
Okay, and then in the chapter we talked about a glass of tomato juice.
Yeah.
Yes, and there was ice in it, right? So was it cold or hot?
Tanvi ma'am.
Okay, let Pushpanjali ma'am give the answer. Yes, Pushpanjali ma'am.
Tanvi ma'am, because that tomato juice was having ice in it.
Correct.
It was cold.
Exactly. The juice was cold. And there was also a cup of tea. And was it hot or cold? Oh,
Let me.
Okay.
Tanvi ma'am, when mama brings her cup of tea now, she always says, don't touch this cup of tea. It is very hot.
Yes, exactly. So the juice was cold and tea was hot. Cold and
Hot.
yes, cold and hot both are opposites, right? So we learned two opposites. What are those? Fat and thin. And second one is
Cold and hot.
yes.
You will remember now these two opposites you will remember. Fat, thin, cold, hot. Fine?
Okay, so now we are going to do these two questions, and you already know that how we have to do the questions. Question number 1 on the left hand side of the margin, and questions on the right hand side, question and answers. And before starting, you need to mention the name of the chapter, right? So let's